In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to set up your business policies. Now, before we continue, I want to explain to you what your business policies are. When you sell something on eBay, you have to set up a way that you can get paid. You have to set up a returns policy, and then you have to set up a shipping policy to enable which countries you're going to sell your products to. Now, to enable business policies, first of all, you need to make sure that you do have a business account, which you should have done by now if you have followed through the previous videos. Now, to set up your business policies, first thing that you want to do is on your screen at the top over here where it says help and contact, click on that, and then just type in business policies. And you will see that once you start typing it in, eBay will give you the recommendation. Just click on this over here, and then it's when you scroll down a little bit over here where it says opt in, go ahead and click on opt in. Now, sometimes if you cannot set up your business policy, if it doesn't show you a business policy, what you need to do is just go back to ebay.com or ebay.co.uk, wherever you are listing your items, and then start listing an item. So click on selling, then click on listing, create listing, and just enter anything from here. And what's going to happen is, once you get to this page, the page where you're about to list an item, you can scroll down a little bit and then see where it says delivery options, business policies, package dimension, item location. Click on delivery details, or you don't need to click on delivery details, just hover over it, and then where it says create, you can go ahead and create, and then that will take you to the business policy creation page. So I'm just going to close this off, and we're going to go the first way where you click on opt in. Now, when you first start creating your business policies, you're going to see a bunch of business policies on here. What I would recommend is that you delete absolutely everything. You can only leave the ones that say default on there, and then delete everything else, because there's going to be a bunch of business policies on there that you don't need, depending on how long you've had your account or depending on when you opened your account. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to create a business policy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a payment policy. Now, I've created one already. So what I want you to do is just have a look at the screen so you can see exactly what I've done. So the first thing that you do is you go ahead and create policy. And then the one that we're going to look at first is payment. And then you click on payment and then you create a policy. And I'm going to show you mine just so you can copy it. So I'm going to click on edit over here. If you click on edit, sometimes you might see this message over here. There was a problem with the business policies. Well, that's fine. This just happens sometimes on eBay. Let's look at the returns policy, and we'll come back onto the payment policy later. So click on returns, and then I'll click on edit. So you just want to name this returns, that's all it is. Returns policy is returns are accepted. After receiving the item, your buyer should contact you within 30 days. Refund will be given as money back. Return shipping will be paid by buyer. And do you want to change your restocking fee? No. And it's just as simple as that. We're going to go ahead and save this. Now, this is the most complex one that I'm going to go through now, which is the shipping policy. So I want you to pay close attention. We're going to create two shipping policies, and I'm going to create this from scratch, or actually it won't let me delete it because we're unable to delete this, because this is, you need to keep a default policy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new policy, shipping, for shipping, and you're going to use this. So the first one we're going to name as YAK, because this will be related to Yakify, the wholesale supplier. And then we're going to create another one for CJ dropshipping. Why? Because sometimes we're going to list items from Yakify, sometimes we're going to list items from CJ dropshipping, and the countries that they deliver to with their shipping method may vary slightly. So we're going to make one that exactly matches Yakify. So when you list an item from Yakify, you will be selling that item to the countries that Yakify deliver to. And then we're going to create a separate one for CJ dropshipping. So when you list an item from CJ dropshipping, you're going to sell the item to all the countries that CJ dropshipping delivers to. So let's call this one Yakify, or YAK China Post. Now, I'm doing this on ebay.com. Remember, if you are doing this on ebay.co.uk, then do it on UK. If you're doing it on Germany, then do it on Germany, etc. So it may look slightly different, but what I want you to be aware of, right, is that we're going to exclude many countries and we're going to include many countries. So if it looks slightly different on US or UK, that's absolutely fine. You only need to include the countries that I have listed over here. Now I will leave a link to this sheet over here in the description of this video, so don't worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a shipping policy for Yakify, and we're going to only ship to all these countries that are listed over here. And then we're going to create another one for CJ Dropshipping, and we're only going to sell to countries that are listed over here. So how do you do this? So first thing is, we've named it Yak China Post Services. Now, one thing I want to show you about Yakify is on a product, we're only going to be using their special line delivery. Okay, now they deliver the item within 7 to 12 business days. Okay, and they take up to 5 business days to process your order. Now, if you buy the items in bulk, they will hold it in stock for you, so they will process the order within 1 to 2 business days. But to start off with, you guys aren't going to be buying orders in bulk. You're going to be drop shipping them as single orders, so it'll take up to 3 to 5 business days for them to process the order, and then 7 to 12 business days for the item to be delivered. Now we're going to be using the special line delivery, and these are all the countries that support Yakify's special line delivery. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the handling time. So the handling time is going to be 5 business days. Okay, the reason being is it takes up to 3 to 5 business days for Yakify to handle the order. Now the services over here, we're going to select international shipping that takes more than 12 business days. Okay, now the reason why we're going to say more and not under is, say for example, if you say to a customer, okay, the item will be delivered within 15 business days, and the item gets delivered in 5 business days or 7 or 12 business days, the customer's absolutely fine. But if you tell the customer that the item is going to be delivered within 10 business days, but it does take 12, this is going to cause some concern with the customer, and it's also going to cause problems on your eBay account. So you want to overestimate so you can deliver within the time period rather than underestimating. Okay, so what I'm going to do, selecting over here, is I'm going to select economy speed pack from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, 10 to 15 business days, and we're going to do free shipping. The reason why we're going to do free shipping is we're going to include the price of shipping into the cost of the item. So for example, if an item costs $10 and Yakify charge $4 to ship the item, it's going to cost a total of $14. We're going to price the item, for example, at $19.60, and that will include the shipping and the price of the item within that cost. And then it will also include enough money to cover your eBay fees and your PayPal fees, so that way you still make a profit, and then you can list it as free shipping. But then when you go up to purchase the order, you would have incorporated the cost of the shipping, the eBay fees, the PayPal fees, and the cost of the product. So US, selling to US everywhere. Now international shipping, we're going to put flat, same cost to all buyers. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to ship to worldwide. You're going to click worldwide, and then you're going to put it as same economy speed pack from China. This one over here, and we're going to put 0 costs. Okay, so now the problem here is now it's going to ship to every single country all over the world. So this is where you need to start creating an exclusion list. So what you do is over here where it says exclude shipping locations, you create an exclusion list, and then you go through all these continents over here, and then you only, so let's exclude everything for now. You can leave Alaska, US protectorates, APO, and if you're in UK, there's another thing called Northern Ireland, Scottish Highlands and Islands. That's fine. You can include them. You don't need to take them. Right. So what do you do over here? Now, what you've done here is I've clicked everything. So now I'm going to exclude every single country. Now what I need to do is I need to go back and I need to go check this list over here, Yakify special line, and untick all of these countries over here. So for example, Austria. Now Austria is in Europe. Now if you really don't know where a country is or which continent it is in, just type in the name of the country and then type in continent, right? And then it'll tell you over here it's in Europe. Okay, so you can go through this. So let me show you how. So let's go over to Europe over here. Now I'm going to show all countries, and now I'm going to untick Austria, untick Luxembourg, untick Netherlands, untick Sweden, now you get the picture. What you need to do is you need to go through all the countries, and then once you've gone through all the countries, you've unticked all the countries on this list over here, you can start creating the next shipping policy. However, I'll come back to you as soon as I've unticked all of these. So now that I've excluded everything, but then I've unticked all of these countries over here, we're ready to go ahead and finish this shipping policy off. So remember, we put it as Yak China Post. We put it as economy speed pack from China, Hong Kong, 10 to 15 business days with free shipping. We put it as worldwide. Again, no cost. And then we've created an exclusion list. We've excluded every single country in the world, and we've only included countries that are on this list over here. And then once you've done that, go ahead and click on save. And we've created a shipping policy now for Yak China Post. And then we can put this as set as default. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete the other one because there's no point having duplicates. It will only confuse you later. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create another shipping policy now. And we're going to call this one CJ China Policy or China Post. We're going to copy that, paste it in here. Again, we're going to do exactly the same. Now, this one will be slightly different. The reason it will be different is because when we use CJ dropshipping, we're either going to use CJ Packet as delivery service, which delivers within 5 to 10 business days, or we're going to use ePacket, which delivers within 7 to 20 business days. Now, what I would recommend is that you create a policy that supports up to 20 business days, and when you come to fulfill an order, always just select the cheapest option, either ePacket or CJ Packet. Those are the only two delivery options that you're going to be using. Now, if CJ Packet at the time when you are making the order, if CJ Packet is cheaper, then go ahead and use CJ Packet. It'll be great that your customers expecting the item within 20 business days or 25 business days, and it's delivered within 10 business days. But what you don't want to do is state it as 5 to 10 business days, and then you end up using ePacket, which can take up to 20 business days. So what we do here is we go back to the shipping policy, and then where it says services, scroll down and select this one over here, which best suits it. It's called Speed Pack Light Service from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan. And then again, put free postage and packaging or free shipping. And then we're going to put international shipping, flat same cost to all buyers. We're going to ship to worldwide. And we're going to click on services. And on this one over here, you want to put on standard shipping from China. If I could just find it. Standard shipping from China. There you go. And again, you want to put zero cost again. And then again, what you want to do is you want to create an exclusion list, the same as you did before. But this time, if you scroll down, you're going to see CJ Dropshipping ePacket. Again, this doc will be linked in the description of this video. Go ahead and click on the description of this video to get this doc, and then go through all these countries. So first of all, what you want to do is create an exclusion list. You want to exclude absolutely everything, and then one by one go through the continents and untick these countries over here. And once I have done that, I will come back to you. So now that I've created my exclusion list, I'm back over here. and everything else is done. CJ China Post, check. SpeedPack Lite over here, 14 to 20 business days, check. Worldwide standard shipping, ship to every country, but then I've excluded most of the countries over here. And it's as simple as that. Go ahead and click on save. Oh, please provide the correct information. Okay, again, handling time, which is something I forgot to put. Again, the handling time is the same, so 5 business days. If you click on save, it should go ahead and save that now. And now I've created CJ China Post. We've created our returns policy. We've created Yak China Post. The first part over here is the policy name. You can name it wherever you like. I've named it as Payment Policy US. You can put whatever name you like. This is just for your indication, right? It doesn't really matter what you put here. And then there's a description. And then you want to click on set as default payment policy. Okay. Now the next thing is you want to ensure that this PayPal button is ticked over here. And over here, you want to go ahead and enter your PayPal email address. And then click this button over here, or tick this box over here where it says require immediate payment when buyer uses buy it now. So you want to make sure that that's ticked. And then that's pretty much it. You just scroll down and go ahead and click save. And once your payment policy is done, then that's it. It's as simple as that. You've created all your business policies now. Your eBay account is all set up and it's ready to go. Let's go over to the next video.